After months of speculation, Brooklyn Peltz Beckham is addressing the ongoing rumors that there is a rift between him and his parents, David and Victoria Beckham. The 26-year-old addressed several claims about the family tension in a lengthy statement on his Instagram story on January 19th, starting with why it took him so long to speak out, writing, quote, "I have been silent for years and made every effort to keep these matters private. Ultimately, my parents and their team have continued to go to the press, leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and tell the truth about only some of the lies that have been printed." The photographer then made it clear he has no plans to mend fences with his family, writing, quote, "I do not want to reconcile with my family. I'm not being controlled. I'm standing up for myself for the first time in my life," adding, "For my entire life, my parents have controlled the narrative in the press about our family. The performative social media posts, family events, and inauthentic relationships have been a fixture of the life I was born into. Recently, I have seen with my own eyes the length that they'll go through to place countless lies in the media, mostly at the expense of innocent people, to preserve their own facade. But I believe the truth always comes out." Brooklyn then addressed rumors about how this rift started, particularly claims that Nicola and Victoria got into a disagreement over her wedding dress, explaining, quote, "My parents have been trying endlessly to ruin my relationship since before my wedding, and it hasn't stopped. My mom canceled making Nicola's dress in the 11th hour, despite how excited she was to wear her design, forcing her to urgently find a new dress." The 26-year-old then alleges his parents, quote, "repeatedly pressured and attempted to bribe me into signing away the rights to my name." Ultimately, Nicola and Brooklyn combined their last names, now going by Peltz Beckham. Those are just some claims Brooklyn addresses head-on in his statement. He also speaks out about his first dance with Nicola, alleging, quote, "My mom hijacked my first dance with my wife, which had been planned weeks in advance, to a romantic love song. In front of our 500 wedding guests, Mark Anthony called me to the stage, where in the schedule was planned to be my romantic dance with my wife, but instead my mom was waiting to dance with me. She danced very inappropriately on me in front of everyone. I've never felt more uncomfortable or humiliated in my entire life." The aspiring chef then clarifies why he and Nicola decided to renew their vows in August 2025, where David and Victoria were noticeably absent, writing, quote, "We wanted to renew our vows so we could create new memories of our wedding day that bring us joy and happiness, not anxiety and embarrassment." And that wasn't all Brooklyn wanted to clarify. He also addressed his father's 50th birthday celebration, explaining he did travel to London for the birthday, but alleges they were, quote, "rejected for a week," adding that David refused, quote, "all of our attempts unless it was at his big birthday party with hundreds of guests and cameras at every corner," adding, quote, "When he finally agreed to see me, it was under the condition that Nicola wasn't invited. It was a slap in the face. Later, when my family traveled to LA, they refused to see me at all." Brooklyn didn't just weigh in on the rift with his parents, but the drama with his siblings, Romeo Beckham and Cruz Beckham too, writing that throughout all of this, he has, quote, "received endless attacks from my parents, both privately and publicly, that were sent to the press on their orders. Even my brothers were sent to attack me on social media before they ultimately blocked me out of nowhere last summer." Lastly, Brooklyn shut down speculation that Nicola is controlling him, clarifying, quote, "The narrative that my wife controls me is completely backwards. I have been controlled by my parents for most of my life. I grew up with overwhelming anxiety. For the first time in my life since stepping away from my family, that anxiety has disappeared. I wake up every morning grateful for the life I choose and have found peace and relief." He finished his statement by explaining what he is looking forward to now moving forward. Quote, "My wife and I do not want a life shaped by image, press, or manipulation. All we want, peace, privacy, and happiness for us and our future family." Access Hollywood has reached out to David and Victoria for comment. Access has also been following the Beckham family rift since the beginning and have a timeline of everything that's happened up until Brooklyn's new post. Up until January 19th, the origin of the rift was unclear, with some accounts attributing it to a promise by Victoria Beckham to make Nicola's wedding dress for their April 2022 nuptials, which Brooklyn addressed in his new lengthy post. However, Nicola shut down that speculation during a 2022 interview with Variety. "I was going to, and I really wanted to, and then a few months down the line, she realized that her atelier couldn't do it. So then I had to pick another dress. She didn't say, "You can't wear it." I didn't say I didn't want to wear it. That's where it started, and then they ran with it, she told the outlet, with Brooklyn adding, quote, "I've learned they're always going to try to write stuff like that. They're always going to try and put people down, but everyone gets along, which is good." But the alleged wedding drama doesn't stop there. Another source claimed to People that the 30-year-old actress feels Victoria allegedly, quote, "ruined her wedding day by dancing with Brooklyn in the bride's place." Quote, "The dance was a meaningful centerpiece planned just for the couple," a source told Access Hollywood in a statement at the time, adding, quote, "It was a generous gift for Mark Anthony that the Peltz family put significant time and resources into, including staging and a live band at their home. It's sad and inexplicable that such a special moment was hijacked." But the rumors calmed down after Victoria talked about the wedding during her October 2022 appearance on The Today Show.
As a mother, to see my son so happy means so much. What more can you ask for?
You can't ask for one more thing. And what about, I mean, you're still a parent, which is kind of interesting. I always wonder about, when you parent grown kids, what is that like for you in this moment?
Do you know, I think that the kids grow up so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's about cherishing every moment. And we're a very close family. It's all about communication and being present as a parent. I love to work. I love what I do in fashion and beauty. But being a parent, being a good mom is my number one job. They're amazing. They work hard. They're good, sweet, kind human beings. And I think that that's what you want to do as a parent.
And in the months that followed, the Peltz Beckham showed a united front. Brooklyn and Nicola supported Victoria by sitting in the front row at her fashion show in Paris in 2022. Victoria returned the love by supporting Nicola at the premiere of her film Lola in February 2024. Nicola and Brooklyn were also spotted at Victoria's fashion show in Paris in September 2024. But a few months later in April, rumors of a family rift picked up again when fans were convinced Cruz Beckham shaded Nicola in an Instagram comment. Then a few weeks later, the couple didn't attend David's 50th birthday celebration in London on May 2nd, and were noticeably absent from the family photos. They also didn't wish David a happy birthday on social media. A few days later, a source claimed to People magazine on May 6 that Brooklyn and Nicola currently have a strained relationship with David and Victoria. Quote, "There are tensions between Brooklyn and Nicola and the family," the insider claimed at the time, adding, quote, "The relationship is definitely not beyond repair. They love and are always there for him. They're just hurt and disappointed that he's now playing no part in the family life."